welcome back to my channel. So today is the day I'll be making the popular DIY I have been seeing. So it's been some days now since I shredded the soap, but I haven't actually had time or the chance to to do the DIY. Hi guys, if this is the first time of seeing me, my name is Sikari and I do all things lifestyle on this channel. I live between the Netherlands and Nigeria. Currently I am in my village. As you can see, this is my village house. Okay, there are clothes scattered everywhere, but I'm in my village at the moment, and today I want to try out a popular DIY I've been seeing. I actually love trying different kind of things. Recently I've been loving anything that is DIY, like starting from my hair, my skin and everything. So I really want to explore now that I am still here and I'm seeing some things that I like. So today, the DIY I'll be doing today is the soap. So we usually use the bar soap to wash our plates, and I've noticed that anytime we buy the bar soap, like, they just get finished like in a blink of an eye. So today I'll be multiplying our bar soap so we can use it to do our dishes. So let's go to our kitchen and do our DIY. This vlog will not be complete if I did not show you guys what the soap were looking like before and after. So these were the two main bar soap that I bought actually for this DIY. But later I just told myself that I needed to add more soaps, and then I got my my Diva. I said, yeah, my Diva soap, the ones I already used before, which are the two these ones. These are the two Diva soap. I already used them before. Sorry about the chicken, you guys know I'm in the village, so please bear with me. And then I got my two what's it called, baby and me soap. These are like leftover soap, so I am going to start shredding them now. So I actually wanted to get out, oh my god, I don't know where this chicken is from, but please guys, like I said again, please pardon me, I am in the village. So I didn't know why there were a lot of sand on the body of these soaps. I don't just know why. So I just felt if I was going to do something, whatever is what's doing is what's doing well. So here I was already done taking out the sands from the body of the soap. So I decided to do it like this instead of using the grater as everybody has been doing, because it's just soap. I didn't really know why they were saying it's hard to dissolve, it's hard to do. I don't know where this chicken came from. That is now, this is the main time it's actually chose to do this while I am doing my voice notes. Please guys, bear with me. This will let you know that I am indeed in the village. So I finished shredding the soap like this. Even my mom was telling me that why didn't you use the grater? I have something you could use that will be better than this thing. I told her, for me, this is the fastest way I could do this. So here I was already done with the soap, and it was looking so colorful. So back to the present day. So this was actually the second day. So I because I couldn't, there was no light for me to do it, you understand, the previous day. So I decided to actually move over the video to the following day where there was now light, because like I told you guys before in the previous video, I didn't want to use our gas, you understand. So I wanted to use the electric stove, which is the electric stove behind me, you can see. So my brother already actually put a switch in the kitchen so we could use this electric stove, because sometimes they've been light lately, you understand. So if there is light, why are we always buying gas? And we can manage this stove, this electric stove. So if somebody help me before I strangle this chicken. I don't know if they sent this chicken to me this afternoon. So here I've already turned on this thing. But you guys, let me tell you a story about me and electric stove. Why I am so scared of electric stove. I think I was 6 years old when my mom was cooking in the kitchen in Lagos, and I went to help her to stir the food on the fire, and this thing shocked the hell out of me. Oh, ever since then I have been so scared to go close to electric stove, because, and again, I see horrible things happening. I don't want to be in news for the wrong reasons, okay? So I'm always scared of electric stove, and that's another main reason I was using this wooden spoon. In fact, wooden spoon is even best because this is a non-stick pot, so there was no way I could just go and start using iron spoon or anything plus the electric again, so that it will not shock me again. So this is the coke I'll be using. I couldn't can't help but test the cocoa before using it. So I've already poured the coke, as you can see, and the next thing I'll be adding, because like I saw in the tutorial of making this soap, you can decide to use only water or you could use coke, you understand. So but I decided to use the two of them. I added just a bit of water, and then finally I decided to add the soap. So at this moment I didn't know what I should expect from this soap. Trust me, I was just doing it blindly, you understand. I was just doing it blindly. Like I was just like, anyhow it comes out, all I know is that everything goes in. So this is my powder detergent, also Diva. So I poured 1.5 cup of the cover, not even a 1.5, let's just call it 1, because the first one wasn't properly, you know, measured, it was not full. So and then I started stirring. This is where the work is, because if you leave this thing in a blink of an eye, I don't know, it's just burn, it's just start burning, you understand. So you have to just stand there and keep stirring. So I kept stirring. My mind was telling me, are you sure you wouldn't have, you know, actually used the grater that your mother asked you to use to grate this thing? I said to myself, what will I do? It's too late already, so let me just keep stirring until it melts. At that moment I didn't know how long it was going to take before it melts, but I was just praying that NEPA will not take the light, because light was more important to me. Because if they take the light, that means I'll have to go to stove to go to the gas, you understand, which I don't want to. Gas is expensive now. So I don't even know why I decided to add more water. I think it was actually looking, you know, full. It was actually, sorry, I said full. It was actually looking thick. So I decided to add more water because I don't want it. The main reason I'm doing this soap is to multiply it, not to get the exact size out again. So at this moment it has started melting properly. So I decided to show you what it looks like. So it's already melting, you know, little by little. It was coming together. At least it's now looking a bit like what they've been showing us on, you know, and at the on internet now. It's now looking like it's little by little. But I didn't know why the foam. Okay, at this point now the foam has already reduced. I think it's normal for the foam. So I kept stirring. So here I already asked my brother to, you know, help me position plates. I didn't know that this sun was not going to let me see what I was doing. So I'm so sorry about that, guys. So here I already had 3 transparent takeaway plates that I poured the soap. That's my brother's shadow you're seeing. So he was one who helped me to wash the plastic plate. So it was in the plastic plate that I now poured the soap. So I was done here. I was so happy. Finally, this soap I have been thinking of, it's done. This was the pot, and the pot had enough soap inside, but because it was hot, I couldn't put my hand inside or, you know, try to scoop it out. So I brought the pot outside. You know, we are now washing our plates outside because it was always causing a mess inside the kitchen. So I brought the soap outside and I went to fetch water from the tap. So the water that we're using to wash plate that was inside the basin, I had to pour it away. The reason is because this pot rather that I use is filled with enough soap. At first I wanted to just go ahead and just use the water that it's inside the basin, but on the second thought I was like, if I use that water and then I pour this one inside the pot inside, it's going to be a waste. So the best thing was for me to just pour the old one away, and then I can now pour the soapy water that, you know, the pot I use in making the soap now. So I can now pour the soapy water inside the basin. So this was me packing every other place that they packed inside the basin out, so I can pour the water inside. I can pour the water out and pour the soapy water inside. That place I'm pouring the water is actually not going to rush out, so don't worry. Before you say, why will you just pour it there? So finally I decided to start washing this thing, but then man, it was sticky to the it was sticking to the wood, you understand. So I had to use this knife to you know, scrape it off. which was okay. Then I had to wash my knife also because everything was just slimy, everything was just, you know, soapy. But one thing is, like, can you see inside the pot? It's burnt. It's like if this was not a non-stick pot, it would have burnt this pot. When I mean it's not just, it would have, the soap itself would have burnt, you understand, if this was not a non-stick pot. And if I was not constantly stirring, you can see I was just standing there all through, stirring and stirring to make sure I don't get this wrong. So, and I am so glad I was able to do this today, and I am so glad that NEPA did not disappoint me, because that was where Bege for day for that place. So I was like, thank God. As I was watching this part, I was just saying to myself, thank God I finally did this. Thank God I finally did it. It actually feels good. It actually feels good to actually do, you know, DIY. Like, if you've not started doing DIY for yourself, you're actually missing, because when you start doing DIY, you see that a lot of things that you think that you can actually do, they are just like this. All you just have to do is just to, you know, watch it and go and mimic the same thing that they did. Okay, let me tell you guys a little backstory. When I went to make my my hair, I was showing that my auntie some things that I told her the hair cream I came with, that it was my DIY. She was like, I don't understand, where do you learn it from? I said, from the internet. She said, so you will just watch and you will just do it? I said, yes. When I watch it and I like what I see, I go and do the same thing. She was like, wow, that's good. I told her I made hair butter, I also made hair oil, and that's the only thing I'm using on my head right now. And I also told her that very soon I'll be doing a DIY what is it called, a DIY shampoo. And she said, oh, okay, that would be nice, that she would also like to learn. And then I told her all the recipe, you understand. I told her the recipe to the hair butter, and the recipe to the soap, the recipe to the hair butter, and the recipe to the hair oil. And I also told her right now I'm planning to start making my own shampoo. As soon as the shampoo that I have is finished, I am going to make my own shampoo. And that's the truth, because I saw that, you know, right now in the market things are expensive, so you have to learn to start doing DIY in order to get quality things, because trust me, the prices of things are high but the quality are going down. That's what many people don't know. So whatever you have before as property, please keep it very well. Excuse me. Keep it very well, because even if you feel that you have the money to go buy a new one, the quality cannot be the same as that of old that you have. That's one thing people don't know now. So even hair products, skin products, and all the whole products in the market, anything right now, especially in this our Nigeria, the qualities are going down. The qualities are going down. The prices are rising. So if you know that you want to do anything, and let's say for instance you want to buy products and then the product is too expensive, I will suggest you don't waste your money buying it. Go and watch a DIY and do it by yourself. As I am talking to you right now, my next DIY that I have in mind is the hair shampoo, like I told you guys. Then I will now try, because I have a sensitive skin somehow, I'm going to try to do a DIY bathing soap for myself and give, because I want a soap that will brighten my complexion but not bleach my complexion. Take notes, I do not want bleaching, I just want to brighten my complexion. So that will be the next DIY I'll be doing. I was even telling my mom this morning. She was like, okay, if I do, I should cut soap for her. I said, no problem, when I do it, we can share it, we can try it. So I'm just going to be getting some normal moisturizing, you know, base soap. I say base soap, you understand. I could actually use soaps like Lux, you understand, Premier as my base, and then voila, my bathing soap will be ready. I'm going to also show you guys that one when I'm done. So here I'm done washing my pots.
Soapy water to wash plates this night before they pour it away. Everything is so soapy.
Our soap is ready.